When Jesus says, "I didn't come to abolish the law,"
Oh,
how do
beautiful.
you?
Let's read it. They all misquote that. Man, do they
Yeah.
misquote that. Ooh, they kill me in the comment section. And I've done millions of sessions on it. Let's see what he meant in context, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, watch here. Matthew 5. You know how many times, and I've addressed this billions of times. Do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. I did not come to abolish, but to fulfill. Now, this word fulfill, you're going to see what it means. Okay? For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not the smallest letter or stroke shall pass from the law until all is accomplished. Whoever then annuls one of the least of these commandments, we're going to see which commandments, and teaches others to do the same, shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Whatever does and teaches them, he shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Now, they stop here. No, stop. Because Jesus tells you how he fulfills the law and the prophets.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, I'm remembering the point you made on this before now. Yeah.
Okay. For I say to you unless your righteousness surpasses that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. But then let's keep reading. You have heard that the ancients were told, you shall not murder, but I say to you. So what is he talking about? I have come to fulfill the law and the prophets. How? By doing all they said I would do, and by telling you the correct application and interpretation. So it's not what you follow in the law, you follow my application, explication of it. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery, but I say to you. Now it was said, whoever sends his wife away, let him give her a certificate of divorce. But I say to you. Why do they stop there and not read what he means? Again, you have heard the ancients say, you shall not make false vows, but shall fulfill your vows to the Lord. But I say to you, and he says, don't even make any more vows. How's that keeping the law when he's telling you don't make any more vows?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You have heard that it was said, eye for an eye, tooth for an tooth, but I say to you. You get it?
Yeah.
But then, does he stop there? Does he stop? No. But then he goes in Matthew 6. Look at the commandments. Matthew 6. Watch here. Beware of doing your righteousness before men, be noticed by them. Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father in heaven. Therefore, when you give to the poor, notice he continues showing you how he fulfills the law and the prophets. He continues all the way to 7. And then 7 tells you what commandments. Watch here. I'm not making it up. It's like people think Matthew begins and ends with Matthew 5:17-20. No. Here it is. Let's continue. Here it is. What commandments? His commandments. His explication, interpretation, application of the law and the prophets. Because they're all pointing to him, and that he is the one who gives the law and prophets its true meaning. So we follow him, his fulfillment, his explanation. Because here, Matthew 7:21 to 29. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven will enter. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, in your name do we not prophesy? In your name cast out demons, and in your name do many miracles? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Here it is again, not keeping the law. What law? Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and does them. What law?
Yeah, the law that Jesus establishes with his words. Yeah.
Thank you. And that's why they were shocked, because look, now it happened that when Jesus had finished these words, the crowds were astonished at his teaching, for he's teaching them as one having authority, not as their scribes. And how does he end before he goes to heaven? Look what he says. Matthew 28, 18-20. Oh, and I'm going to show you the word fulfill, by the way. And Jesus came up and spoke to them, saying, all authority has been given to me in heaven and earth. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Spirit, teaching them to obey all that I commanded you. Not Moses, what I've been telling you throughout this entire earthly ministry, and what the Spirit's then going to make known to you. And behold, I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. So why do they stop in Matthew 5:17-20?
Mm-hmm.
But now let me show you the word fulfill, what it means. You ready? Because he said here, do not think I've come to destroy the law and the prophets. I did not come to destroy, abolish, but to fulfill, right?
Yeah.
Fulfill. Now watch this very word fulfill. Watch. Matthew tells you, you don't need to guess. Matthew 1. All right. Watch here. Matthew 1, 22 to 23. Now all this took place in order that what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet would be fulfilled, saying, behold, the virgin shall be with child, and shall bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which translated means God with us. He's talking not just the commands, but the predictions about him. They will not be abolished until they're fulfilled in me. Like when the prophet Isaiah said a virgin will conceive, I came to fulfill that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else getting it? How about this? Another one, Matthew 2, 13 and 15. Now when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, get up, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and remain there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him. So Joseph got up and took the child and his mother while it was still night, and departed for Egypt, and he remained there until the death of Herod, in order that what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet would be fulfilled, saying, out of Egypt I called my son. So going to Egypt, coming out of Egypt, fulfilled the prophet Hosea. So what do you mean by fulfill? Everything said about me that I would do will be fulfilled in me, and none of the law and the prophets will be abolished until they're fulfilled in me. Here's another one. Matthew 2:23. And came and lived in a city called Nazareth, so that what was spoken through the prophets would be fulfilled. He shall be called a Nazarene.
Well, yeah.
So where do we get fulfill means I came to obey every jot and tittle and do everything it says the way it says it. That's not the meaning.
Yeah, he came to complete it.